All right, good evening, everybody. If you can hear me, I'd like to type I can hear you in the comment section. If you can hear me, just type one. Just type one in the comment section. If you can hear me, just type one. Or type I can hear you in the comment section. Just type one in the comment section if you can hear me. Just type one in the comment section if you can hear me. Oh, all right. Adebayo Akorede, thank you. Who else can hear me in the comment section? If you can hear me, just type one in the comment section. Just type one. All right. So we're going to be starting immediately. I'm trying to. All right, let's go. So quickly, without taking much of our time. Okay, just a moment, please. Let me close this thing. Please give me a moment. All right. Thank you. So I'm back here now. Oh, first of all, I want to welcome all of you to Chicks in Trade. Chicks in Trade was, just a couple of weeks back. I started thinking of, an idea just came to my mind. Like, how come in most of my classes, I always have very few women in the class, very few ladies in class. So I woke up that morning and an idea just came. Chicks in Trade. Chicks, I mean, young, stylish, elegant, intelligent, smart, young ladies. That's what the chick actually means. Chicks, have you heard of the word side chick? Side chick. So it's actually a young lady that is intelligent, that is elegant, that is smart, is young, vibrant. And that was the reason why I said, okay, let me do chicks in trade strictly for women, strictly for young ladies, and maybe old ladies too, strictly for women. That's the concept of chicks in trade. But then I discovered that more than 50% of those that fill the form are not ladies. They're either young men or old men. So, but then, but then, whatever, however it goes, but my goal for this particular class is to teach young ladies. So if you are there, you're a young man, yeah, man, don't worry. Just stay in the group because I've had several other trainees that was never. This is my first time I'll be channeling a training exclusively for ladies. But see, but when I look at the people that fill the form, honestly, I have more than 50% men in this class. So no problem. You see, we still achieve the goals. I'm trying to bridge the gap, trying to bring more ladies to trading forex. Why? Because you see, you discover that it is very, very rare to have ladies in trading financial market. Very few ladies, very, very few ladies. Before you see a lady, you must have seen, a man. You must have seen more than 100 men before you see one lady. That ratio is that bad. Is that bad? I've trained in a lot of places. I've trained both online, offline. I've had trainings excluded to different states in Nigeria. I've had trainings for different countries. I've had training for Cameroon, northern Cameroon. I've had training for southern Cameroon. I've had training for Francophone Cameroon. I've had training for South African students, for Zimbabwe students. I've had different kind of trainings. But then most time in all my classes, I have very handful ladies that are joining that class. So I just like let me do why? Because in this class, I'm going to be a little bit more patient. I'm going to be a little bit I will entertain any kind of questions because I'm still going to put in my mind this is a young lady, this is a chick. So when you're asking question in the DM, just say chick, even if you're a man in this group, just say chick because you'll be surprised that everybody's name on this WhatsApp group has been saved as chick, chick, because that's how we do it. So when I have a particular class, if I have okay, look at the class we had the last time, maybe I think was September 2025. So everybody's name was saved as September, happy for September 2025, like that. But this one is the chick. So when you're asking me a question, just say you're a chick. Okay. All right, let's continue from there. But before I continue, I also like to say this. When you now find a lady that is not trading forex, that has crossed over the hurdles, that has crossed over the temptation, that has crossed over the stress, the mountains of becoming profitable. When you find one that crossed that level, they are always remarkable. They are always exceptional. They do very well in managing their trades. So all that I want to do now is to mentor, is to coach, is to lift, is to assist until you cross to that level where you're overcome, you now cross over to the level of being profitable in the market. That is my concept for this class, and that's my goal. See, I'm not going to ask you for a dime in this class. I'm only going to be giving you about 1 hour, in 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 1 hour a day for 15 minutes. It's just a gift of hour. Anytime I want to train like that, I always think of hours. How many hours am I giving out? How many hours am I giving out? So this is just one of those classes. So please pay attention. Pay attention. Um, I'm not one of those guys that are asking for fun, and I don't I don't need. If I'm going to need your money, I will not call it free training. So please pay attention in this class. Feel free to ask me questions. Feel free to ask questions in your DM. The WhatsApp line that's opened the group is the admin line. There are a lot of people, there are an handful of people who can be on duty, who can serve as admin at the moment. That's not a personal line, but any question be directed to it. You see, I'll be attending, I'll be responding to your questions. I know currently now we are running a particular class, a particular group of training that we have gone very, very far. We have gone very, very far. And let me tell you something about that class we're currently running. See, I'm still going to record a video for them today after this class, and then on Sunday tomorrow, I'm going to record a video for them. See, but let me tell you something about that class. There are a few ladies in that class. They're exceptional. My goodness. Yeah, I would say is the one is has always been submitting assignment back to back, back to back, back to back, submitting assignment. Sometimes like 40 screenshots, submitting assignment, and she's getting it big time. So if you're a lady in this class, please pay attention, and then please you can actually you can make a lot of money from the market. Is that okay? All right. So next to that is I would like to share my screen with you so that I can follow my slide. I like to follow my slide. I'm running a syllabus. I'm not just talking offhand. I have a syllabus prepared for you. So every time I train, I've never trained without following a syllabus. Okay, so let me share my screen with you and let's do it one by one. In the next couple of minutes, we're going to be out of this class and then we'll continue again tomorrow. Right. I want to share my screen. The system is in the All right, I believe you can see my screen now. I'm expecting you to see my screen. Can you see my screen? All right. So now, first of all, my name is Don. I'm a forex trader. I'm a trainer and a signal provider at Apit Forex. Okay. And I've been here for quite some time. So I've been training now. I've been doing public training since 2019. I think I should have if I'm to count one by one. It's just that most of the time my training has always been offline. 5,000 persons across all my training platforms, both online and offline and WhatsApp on Zoom. In those days, I used to use Zoom. In 2019, 2020, I used to use Zoom, and then Zoom will log me out after 30 minutes, start again. Okay, so and so now I like to begin by asking you questions. Okay, let me ask you a few questions. These are the people I want in this class. Do you desire to be financially free and make money in dollars, regardless of your location in the world? This is one of the most beautiful things about Forex. And in fact, it is a very interesting part of Forex. The fact that you can trade from anywhere in the world. You can trade in your room, you can train in the bus, you can train in your office, you can train. You see, I used to tell my students, I've made money in the toilet before. You know, you have a setup and then you want to use toilet. You carry your laptop to the toilet and the setup is right in the toilet and you take your trade. Okay. I've been there. And if you happen to, sometimes if you live in an environment that has very high cost of living in an area with low cost of living, and you both of you are making the same profits, who do you think is going to be benefiting more? You can live anywhere as long as there is a network. you can trade anywhere in the world. So this is one of the reasons why, sometimes I used to tell, you can travel. You have freedom of traveling. You can travel to anywhere in the world if you're a profitable forex trader and live comfortably. And do you desire to be able to afford any school of your do you desire to be able to afford any school of your choice for yourself and your kids? Okay, do you desire to be able to afford any school of your choice for yourself and your kids? Do you desire to make enough capital for your business of your choice? Okay, to be able to make enough capital for the business of your choice without having to borrow money from the bank. Let me tell you one. This is one of the reasons I love to trade forex. This is this is one of the reasons I love to trade forex. Many times it's not really about the paparazzi. Something is it's not really about how many cars you have bought, how many houses you have built, how much money you have made. It's about can I teach you to trade to generate enough capital for your dream? Honestly, this is one of the things that inspires me. Because, for example, I love some people to go into agriculture and produce food for some of us to eat. Honestly, when I see people with such kind of dream, I love to teach them. Okay, now, do you desire to help people around you financially without feeling the burden? Do you desire to help people around you financially without, almost every day I wake up, I see at least two SMS of someone requiring, oh, give me money. I need to pay my school fees. Give me money. This and this. I don't want to mention this specific. I receive two SMS, if not three, at least two every day of people. And I see, and I look at them. How much do they need? I calculate it. Oh, by the time I drop it down to naira, because this is small money. Let's give it to them. Okay, so it will be able to, when you become profitable financially, you'll be able to help friends, help family members, help your parents, help your siblings, help to fund yourself, fund your dream, fund your school fees. Now, in 2020, when COVID-19 started, I started teaching some undergraduate students in a particular university in the states where I am currently. And my goal that time was that I told some of my students, I said, if you have a friend in class who is struggling to pay his school fees, just bring them to my office. Bring them to my office. I remember they brought a couple of guys that time, so I taught them how to trade. And then their, they risked their, honestly speaking, I know a lot of them who made enough, sincerely speaking. And in fact, I have one who made far more than that. I'm just going to give you those examples later. So, without feeling the burden, in the sense that when you make money and you make money, this is one of the areas where you make money and you give it to people and you're not feeling the burden so much. You're not feeling the burden. So, if your answers to these questions is a yes, then you are in the right place. 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 Okay. So, and then my promise to you in this class, my promise to you is that at the end of this training, this one is not 3 days old, but honestly, from the third day, you should have learned third day online. I don't know. Attention. Now, before I go deeper, conceptions about trading forex, because you see, many people have these misconceptions about trading forex, and the first misconception is the first misconception is that forex is a scam. People say forex is a scam. Anytime I hear somebody say forex is a scam, for example, a pastor came online just recently and said forex is a scam. He has traded forex before, and then he lost money, and he was trying to do this, do that. I don't want to mention him, but you see, anybody who and then they did not scale through, like I said earlier, they will always think forex is a scam. They always think forex is a scam. And then forex is not a scam because it follows rules. If it's a scam, I'll not be where I am. I will not be organizing this kind of class if forex is a scam. Okay? It is not a scam. Then the second thing is that Many people think that many people think that forex is gambling. In fact, people who think forex is a scam, they think it is gambling. It is not gambling. It's just a different kind of business. It's a different kind of career. It requires different kind of rules from any other business you have ever been exposed to anywhere else. It is not gambling. Why? Because it follows rules. It has rules. It follows rules. Because you have lost money does not mean kept money with me. I lost it. I cried. I wept. I wept. I wept. I remember one particular time, when I was in a rented apartment, you know, the other neighbor, the other tenant, they paid rent and gave it to me to give to the landlord. My landlord traveled. I used the money to trade. I lost it. One day, so one day I went to church to cry. I cried in church for a couple of days. When you go to church, you just went to cry for. I cried for 8 hours. I was like, what is happening? I'm losing money. I'm losing money. I'm losing money. But something happened in those days of crying in the church that changed. I went to church, I cried, I wept, I cried. I was like, God, what is happening? I'm losing money. Ha! And I'm a child of God. Why am I losing money? A child of God must not lose money. My goodness. A child of God must not lose money. It's just like I have a friend, he's a pastor somewhere. He said, I don't want to lose money. I don't want to lose money. But then come and teach me how to trade forex. I said, just go, just go. I've not taught you anything since that time. But then I lost money. But I discovered that one of those times I was in church, I started crying, and then something happened to me. It was like as if I saw a vision. And maybe this can help somebody. It's like as if I saw a vision, and then I saw like sorry, I'm getting a little bit religious. Just pardon me. I'm giving you a foundation. Why some people will say it's a scam, because if I'd stopped that time without proceeding, if I didn't have maybe that kind of encounter, or I didn't, go further into it, by today I'll be one of those people that will say forex is a scam. But that encounter, that time changed my life. So I was there, I was alone in that church. I was crying, I was weeping, I was crying, I was weeping. I've lost every damn thing. Now I was broke, I was hungry. And I was there, I was crying. So as if something happened. And something maybe to understand. And then like as if I saw a vision. In that vision, I saw like in the book of Genesis, yeah, they were succeeding in what they were doing. Why? Because they made up their mind that is what they wanted to do, to build a tower that it will reach heaven. And they were succeeding. They were actually accomplishing. And obviously, at the end of the story, God didn't like what they were doing, because it came down to confirm their language. And something told me, these people were succeeding even when God didn't like what they were doing, because they make up their mind to do something. If you make up your mind to learn to trade successfully, sky will be your starting point. That is all I had. That is all I had. And that experience made me to realize that I was losing not because witches and wizards were doing me, but because I did not know enough. I've not learned enough. And so I've not studied enough to be profitable. So it is not gambling. It is not a scam. It was just that I didn't know enough. That changed my life. So that was the last time I cried or anything like that. So I went home, but I started studying. Any book I could lay my hand on, I was studying. I studied that, I study books. Sometimes when there are books that I read more than 25 times. And each time I begin to read those books, I begin to jot afresh. I buy a new exercise book. I buy a new exercise book, I start jotting again. I knew at the particular time I memorized 40 different kind of reversal candlesticks. That when I see them on the chart, boy, I know what they can say. I know where the market can go. Most of the time, of course, not all the time. Most of the time, I can predict the market. It was that bad. So people think if you have not scaled through the audio, you did not learn enough. What? Just because people, that doesn't mean it's that simple. So it's not a scam. It is not gambling. Next point. My next point is that you can make profit without losing at all. So people think, oh, you can make profit without having a loss at all. It's not possible in the market. Not possible. You see, I've not come here to teach you that you will never lose money at all. But I can teach you that you can make more profit than you lose. You can make more profit than you lose. in the month of October, I traded gold for 22 days and we lost only once. It may not always be like that. It may not always be like that. But because I have a particular special knowledge on gold, but that thing is beyond thing that you can find in any book. And that was why it was a little bit it was possible to trade gold like that and win almost every single time. And if you know the day we lost the trade, that was let anybody deceive you that you will never lose that. That's why risk management is important. We're going to be getting there later in the course of this study. That's why risk management is very important. It is not possible that you will never have a loss at all. So you manage your risk. And I heard the news that some farmers are losing. Farmers who have planted, you know, currently now in Nigeria, farmers are losing money. They're losing their fund. Why? Because see, they planted. I had a story of a particular man who used 16 million naira. I think the news is on newspaper. Who used 16 million naira to plant rice. Now, at the end of the harvest, you could only make 10 million. Why? Because government is importing some of those foods and then they are crashing the price. They're losing money. Okay, so it is not possible that you trade forex and you will never have a loss at all. Let me go deeper. Now, you can be rich within a week. That's another misconception. You can be rich within a week. No, it is not a get rich quick. Forex is not like that. It's not something that you come into and say, oh, within 1 week, I will transform, I will flip, I will trade this $20 to become $5,000. And that is why, see, one of the things I want to do in this class, in fact, one of the people I love to train the most are the people who have not been exposed to this falsehood that you find on internet. People showing you screenshot, they show you withdrawal, they show you cars and houses. Some of them are sincere and are truthful. But the point is that the result they are showing you today, for those who are genuine, the journey did not begin the day they are posting that video. The journey is long. Just like me now, coming to show you how much money I'm making in the market. Do you know the time I was in the church crying for 8 hours? During the time I was weeping, during the time one particular day I was trading, and I entered position, and all over the night I was running crazy because I was in red. I've over leveraged and I could not sleep. I put the pillow before my screen. I could not sleep. My goodness. But now when we make money now, people will think, oh, it is that easy. But it is not that easy. We've been here for a long time. We have cried, we have shed blood. But then see, but one of the interesting things I wanted to actually achieve in the recent time when I started trading, I want to reduce. I want you to I want you to learn very few things very well. Very few things that are important, and then you learn them very well. Because I realized things is about learning one thing in 1,000 times. Learning one thing 1,000 times. Listen, sincerely speaking, when you get to 11 in forex, you discover that it is simple. I used to liken trading financial market to learning a new language. You learn a new language, you learn from the alphabet. It's very difficult for you to even speak, a few phrases, a few words, a few sentences in the new language you're just learning. But the moment you master it, it becomes very simple. So it is not possible to become rich in forex, within a week. And then some people always these are another kind of people. I can flip $20 to $5,000 in 3 days. I don't flip. I don't encourage people to flip. People think they can flip account and flip $20 to $5,000 in 3 days. Forget those things. That's scam. Even if listen, it is possible, but it is not sustainable. Just because it happened once doesn't mean it can be sustained or can be repeated. So now listen, in my class, I don't teach people just to make profit. I teach you to make profit consistently. Because of what use is it if you make profit last week and then in the next 8 weeks you are in loss? What kind of trading is that one? You don't even know you make profit, you don't even know why you are making a profit, and then you cannot repeat it. Watch one YouTube video online, and I watch a YouTube video online. So to get all the rudiments required in trading financial market, it takes more than that. It takes thorough training. You see, You don't become an engineer because you're engineering for 1 month. You need to respect trading because trading is a career, it's somebody's career. You can't learn somebody's career in 1 month. You can't learn a language in a month. You can't become an engineer in a month. You can't become a medical doctor in a month. Okay? You can't become a nurse in a month. So you have to respect that. That's somebody's career. It takes more than a month to master how to trade financial market. It takes more than that. It takes more than that. Okay. So next point is forex is not for people like me. No, anybody can trade. Anybody can learn it. It's a skill that anybody can learn. So forex is for anybody who dares um to learn, who dares to learn. Okay, the next point now. So what forex is not, and just like I said earlier, I'm trying to repeat it again. And number one, forex is not a get rich quick scheme. It's not a get rich quick scheme. No, not at all. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not somewhere you come into and overnight or it's not a get rich quick schemes. And that is why let me state this. One of the problem I see, the moment they are exposed to trading forex, and then they make money the first time, the second time, all of a sudden they quit everything else, and then they want to start trading. They don't want to do anything else. They don't want to look for a job. They don't want to learn any other thing. They just want to become a trader. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Keep your job. If you're a student, a couple of days back, oh, I have lectures, I have classes, I have this one. How do I combine it with trading? I said, young man, calm down. I said, number one, face your studies. Market is always there. And then and then thank God you have parents. This is not your main source of income. Okay, face your studies. Market is always there. Then I said number two, you see, choose a pair, probably a pair, and focus on it. And then there are particular times certain pairs have liquidity. So trade with those liquidity and trade within that period of liquidity. Sometimes a market liquidity is no more than 2 hours. 2 hours. Then stay in the market in those 2 hours, trade, then go about your normal academic, requirement and go for lecture and the likes. Okay. But it's not something that you at the beginning you quit everything you are doing. And that's why people overtrade. They are not stable, and then because they need to make the money to sustain their living, so it will destroy their psychology right from the very beginning. So it's not a get rich quick, it's not gambling. And then people think you need huge capital, to start. No, you don't need huge capital to start. You need huge knowledge to start. That is what you need. You need a lot of knowledge to start. You need skill. I told you it's a skill that you're building, and then you need to master it. You need plenty. Another forex is not where you need plenty of strategy. You only need plenty of training. You need plenty of training. You need plenty of training. So let's go deeper. Maybe that's where we're going to be ending this class. Let me know why you should learn to trade financial. What are the reasons? Why is it attractive to someone like me? Why have I spent most of my time, mastering how to trade financial market? What benefit do you derive? Number one, flexibility. Honestly speaking, if you master to trade financial market profitably, nothing gives you financial freedom like trading financial markets. Nothing in the whole world. There is nothing in the whole world that can give you, especially when you master it and then you're able to leverage and scale up. Nothing can be that profitable. Any flexibility. It means that you can trade anywhere. You can trade in your office, you can trade in your shop, you can trade in your classroom, you can trade inside a car, you can trade from anywhere in the world. You can trade from anywhere in the world. Okay? Are you people hearing me like this? If you are hearing me, please type number two. Just type two in the comment section if you can hear me. All right. I want to see somebody typing two in the comment section if you can hear me. All right. Thank you. So let's continue. Let me continue. So it is flexible. Sincerely, it is flexible. I used to tell my friend, I said, look, when I'm in their midst, I said, if you carry me from where I am, okay, while I'm there with my computer and my phone, carry me to any other place in the world, I will still make the same amount of money. I will still make the same amount of money. And not every profession is like that. Is like that. So it is flexible. It is flexible. It is very flexible. Number two, liquidity. It has liquidity. Currently, market has over, I think, about 6.3 trillion US dollar, turnover every 24 hours in the market. That's massive liquidity. No market has such liquidity anywhere in the world. Over 6 trillion, over 6 trillion US dollar in the market. And so there's no amount of money there's no amount of profit you are making that can shake the market. And there's nothing like, oh, there's no market today. People didn't come to market, so there's no money in the market. There's nothing like that. You have over 6 trillion US dollars. We start trading, it was just about 4. But now we have over 6.3 trillion in the market. And then, so what do you do? In those, I just tell myself, out of this 6.3 trillion turnover in the market every day, carry $200, $500 used to be my interest, $500 a day, $100 a day, $200 a day. How much can you take in a day? So there's liquidity. Whether in season and out of season, there's liquidity. So there's always money in the market. There is no bigger market anywhere in the world than the forex market. It's the biggest. You don't need somebody that you report to early in the morning or something like that, and you need to 5 or something when you master it. You don't need a boss. But then market is our boss. But market is our boss. Market is our boss. So it gives you freedom. It gives you freedom. And you see, I'm only very careful when I talk about you don't need a boss. Because some people become braggadocious. They become proud. I don't need a boss. They're so proud. And yet they are broke. But then we are humble. We are humble because market will make you humble. You are humble. My goodness. So you don't need a boss to make it in the market. What's my next point? You don't need any employee. You don't need any employee. I remember when I started trading, I only had a table and chair in a corner of my room in my rented apartment. Then I've not bought houses or something. So I lived somewhere. I rented a 2-bedroom flat. I just had this plastic table and chair at one corner. That's all I needed. That's all. I don't need employee. I don't need a shop. I don't need any office. I don't need anything. I just needed that table and chair at one corner. And another thing I needed then that helped me was that I needed a gen. Then I don't have 24 hours light like I do have now in our house. But then I just needed a computer, I needed a gen, and I needed data. That's all I needed. So you're very flexible. You don't need a board, you don't need an employee, you don't need office. All you need is your phone. And if you have a laptop, it's very fine. You need your phone, you need a laptop. If you don't have a laptop, no problem, but you need your phone. You need a very good phone. You need internet connectivity. See, someone came to my office in a couple of weeks back, and he said he wanted to come for a master class. Oh, and he wanted to pay. He said I wanted to even pay maybe like a part of the payment. I said, look, so I had window 98 or something. I said, you cannot trade with that kind of. I said, in your area, computer, because number one, you cannot come from a master class without a laptop. It's not possible. I won't take you. Either you borrow it or it's your own. You have to get a laptop because what I'm going to be teaching you is not this. You have to have a laptop. You're coming from a master class. Number two, you need network. I said, go and relocate. Go and get those things available. Get a system and get somewhere where you have good network service. That is after that you can now come back. Say you want to enroll for master class. Then another benefit of trading financial market is that you can control your risk. Somebody will say, "Oh, I blow account. No, market will never take from you the money you did not leverage, the money that you did not risk. It's impossible. You can calculate your risk from the beginning. And please, all these social media's hypes I that raise your hope. There's nothing wrong about them, but you just need to understand your own level per time. You need to understand your own level per time. There's a way I can, if when somebody is composed, when so much financial pressure you are going through, I will avoid you. Somebody, might somebody come to you, hey sir, I want to learn to trade because I'm owing my rent. My landlord must, I'll just avoid you. The moment you leave my office, I want you to come back. Because you see, you'll be trading under pressure. You'll be trading under, you are already under pressure before you are starting to learn to trade. And then you will not enjoy it that way. You will not enjoy it that way. You know, attention, okay, to learn some of those things. So you risk control, you can control your risk. You can determine how much of your, one particular time long ago, I applied for this is the I think I apply for this prop firm. I the normal thing is that, oh, risk 1 to 2% of your account per trade. I said this prop firm now. I will make sure I deal with them. So what happened was that I took my first trade, it was in profits. And after I made the profits on the first trade, the second trade, I was only risking the profit I made. And then I had zero drawdown. You can determine your risk, how much you risk per time. How much you risk per time. You can determine. So FOREX we never take from you the amount of money you did not plan to risk. Another benefit of trading financial market is the leverage. Leverage. Don't worry, we are going somewhere. So I need you to pay attention. We are going somewhere. I'm laying a foundation for you. Why should you trade financial market? The leverage. What does leverage mean? Leverage before year 2000, in the early 80s and 70s, see, it was impossible for you and I to come to trade financial market like this. Why? Because the minimum lot size then, the minimum you should have, apart from commission from the broker, is $100,000. Nobody's going to give you any leverage. So what do you do then? Somebody want to trade for us, is that they will carry cash, $100,000 cash, carry it to a broker. Then they will now pay commission separately. Then the broker will now open one lot size for them. But then recently, in a section of, in the early 2000s, I think brokers started coming in and started giving the people leverage. What does it mean, leverage? When you're opening your account, you see leverage 1 to 1,000. What that means is that if you have $1, the broker will give you such a leverage that it will appear as if you are trading $1,000 in the market. That gives you leverage. So it is not possible for somebody to come to the market with $100, $200. Some people come to the market with $50, and then some even try to risk with $10. It was because leverage is possible. So it's possible to the market give you leverage. You can trade as if you have more money than you really deposited in your bank account. Leverage, minimum investment. I just told you now. People can invest as low as $10. I remember when I started buying Tesla stock. I was buying $10, $50, $20 Tesla stock on one of those apps. So you can have minimum investment and it's going to be amazing. Minimum investment, you don't have to begin with huge. There's nothing like, okay, I cannot trade because I don't have money. No, that was then when the minimum lot size was 100,000 US dollar, and nobody, the leverage there was 1 to 1. Okay, so and then you have unlimited profits. You have unlimited profit. Unlimited profit means that the market turnover is 6.3 trillion US dollar. That's your limit, and it's almost unlimited. Almost unlimited. If you learn to trade market and profitably well, you have unlimited access to wealth. Unlimited access to wealth, especially if you have built enough psychology and then you're a very smart person. I wish it together. And then you have instant income. I love that place of instant income. Instant income. By instant income, I mean that you can take trade now, you make profit now, and then you can withdraw it the next 1 minute. And then you'll be credited in the next 1 minute, and then you can use it to do anything you want. See, we have reached that age where, unlike in those days, somebody want to make withdrawal and then he's waiting for a broker for, even as at the year 2018, 2017. It was not possible in Nigeria. Even 2018. you could not make the withdrawal fast like that because Nigeria was not. Most of those brokers are not. They don't have presence in Nigeria. They don't have presence in Africa. So they will have. You will have to know someone who has a foreign account that will say money. This is my money going. This is red. Foreign exchange is when you exchange one currency, you trade one currency for another currency. You trade one currency for another currency, and that is oh, my screen. All right, I think I want to end the class here. I want to end the class here. And I'll drop a further video. I'll drop further video and on the WhatsApp group. I'll drop a further video on the WhatsApp group and see how it goes. I think I've been able to lay foundation today. We still have a lot to share together. I still have a lot of things to share with you guys. I'm following the syllabus, and I believe that at the end of this course, you will be, if you follow all the instructions, you follow all the trainings, you're going to become a very profitable trader. So I give you a task to do in the class in the WhatsApp group, and we'll continue from there tomorrow. Thank you, and God bless.